so heartbroken. When I wedding ring! Don't touch me, you demon!
Yes, I have actually. I have thought of going into production for myself, probably, doing a remake of a film that was very iconic when I was growing up. But I haven't actually begun yet. Still doing my acting.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
It's a sin! Gambling is a sin, chicken! That's the reason why I'm being punished like this!
No, I wasn't, because it was a character that was understood, that was explained. So all I had to do was just get into the process of becoming that character. And I mean, I understand that Nse did an amazing job in the film. I just wanted to be able to do the work so that I could, I could do the best that she did. None whatsoever, actually. This is the thing. I think I'm a more practical person. I am more of a realist, in the sense that I deal with situations the way they come. I think Kate is a woman who tries to hide her head in the sand, like trying to run away from the reality of stuff, but that's not me. Yes, I dislike the fact that she doesn't pay attention to her husband, because Keira as the person is very, very relationship oriented, and for anyone, I feel like you need to pay attention to the people that you have in your life. So so that's something that I don't like about the character. But I like the fact that she's a disciplinarian. She's very strict with bringing her child up, even though it seems like it's not really working at this point, because her daughter is a teenager. But yeah, I like that part of Kate.
I cannot be sick and still carry the burden of this family. You people want to kill me or what?
We have a situation.
Challenges. I had to get into the mindset of a person who is suffering a terminal disease, and it's something that messes with your mind, because you have to believe it in order to convince other people. And then when you're living in a state of mind where you think that you have a disease that's going to kill you, it takes a toll on you emotionally. So yeah, that was a little challenging for me. But I mean, I love a challenge. It's what I live for. It's my job. My most memorable experience on set, there are quite a few, but I think that it would be the moment where we filmed is a very, very emotional and intense scene. I think the moment where we filmed the very high point of Kate's characterization in 50 the series. I think that was a very memorable moment for me, because it was really iconic. It was something that left people. It left an amazing aura in the room afterwards. So yeah, I think that's something that I will hold on to for a while. I think that we are getting better generally. I mean, Nollywood is getting better. The television business is getting better. They're doing more stories that look better now. And I think that because we are basically living in a global village right now, with the internet connecting us, so we get to reach out to a lot more people, and so our work has to be authentic, has to be better now. So the quality of productions are getting better. So I think that's the reason why TV is making a huge comeback in Nigeria. My greatest fear as an actress is that people would assume that I'm the characters that I play on screen. Um, there are places in the world where people understand that actors are just actors, you know, but in Nigeria it's kind of different. I guess it's because of our cultural, you know, background.
When he pushed me to the wall, I buried it all in shame. But when he went further down the line, I stood strong and ready to fight.
Absolutely, that happens all the time. You know, I get people calling me prayer warrior when they see me like maybe if I go out to the mall or something. It's like, oh, peace, peace, prayer warrior, you know, pastor's wife or pastor as they call me, as in, you know, because I was the godly one in the series in the show. So yeah, I mean, it happens that people can, you know, can actually think that the character you play is you because, you know, they believe it so much. Actually, there was a time when I was going to join the AGN. This was a few years ago, but I really don't know what happened because I attended a couple of meetings, but there was a lot of confusion. And two of the meetings that I attended, I think they had some arguments and stuff. So it just felt like there wasn't really much of a structure at the time. So I, you know, just gave up on the idea of it because I wasn't sure if it was a real thing or not at the time. But I mean, now if if something that has been set up, obviously it would be beneficial to join the acting guild, you know, to Actors Guild, because I mean that's something that is supposed to protect actors as well, but only if the structure has been properly put in place.
I still have your ring.
My friend, I suggest you bring up whatever magic you can right now.
This ring signifies our commitment to each other.
Don't touch me, you demon!
For me, a great film is a film that can leave the viewers, that can leave the people being entertained with something much more profound than just 2 hours of entertainment. Like, for me, a great film is something that affects you on a deeper level, that speaks to your emotion. If you come out of seeing a film that has touched you beyond, oh, I spent a good 2 hours, then I think that that's an iconic film to me. The greatest movie I've ever seen. I usually just look at stories as opposed to the package. You know, some people might talk about blockbuster movies, you know, with heroes and aliens, but I think for me I'm more of a story kind of girl. So I think for me the greatest film I've probably ever seen would be The Notebook. There are a lot of great films, but I think for me is one that starred Liz Benson Ameye, right? That's the one I talked about the last time I was here, I think. Violated. Was it? No, it wasn't that one. No, it wasn't that one. It was a film that starred Liz Benson, and she came back as a punisher because, you know, there are people. It was an epic film that about a bunch of young men who were pillaging in the village and just raping women and, you know, all kinds of crazy things. So she came back as a punisher, you know, and it was done so. I mean, obviously it was a story about cultural things, but it was done so well, and I still remember it. But I don't remember the title, unfortunately. Yeah, I try to go to the cinema maybe once in a couple of weeks because, you know, I really don't have that much time, but I try. And if there's a really great film in the cinema that I want to see, I try to make time. I have a couple of projects that are scheduled for me to start filming in a couple of weeks and in the months to come. One of those is a sci-fi film, which I'm really excited about. Can't really give too much away, but it's looking like it's gonna be a little dramatic. Also, completed filming on a romantic comedy titled Rule Number One. Stars myself, stars Chinon So Young and Buchi Franklin, and it's juicy, it's yummy, it's beautiful, and I can't wait for people to see it. So yes, and then I have 50 showing every Thursday. Here's my take. I think that it's wrong to assume that people are just stuck on comedy. The reason why it seems that they're stuck on comedy is because it's a tried and tested route that has worked. So producers are playing safe and sticking to it, which is great. You understand? Now, if other genre of films or stories don't really catch Nigerians, it's probably because the story at the core of the story itself is not tight enough. But I mean, it's the same production quality that we used to do all the other films. So the only difference is what is the content of the film. So I think that I think that we're playing it safe basically with the comedy. I'm sure that Nigerians can appreciate a wider range of storylines if they're done properly. Yeah, of course. To be fair to the producers who push these big films, they were able to find their budgets or their connections or however they were able to push. I wish that there was a structure that could help. Indie producers who are trying to do eclectic things, because they're stories. We do have stories, and I think that after a while, people are gonna. Well, I speak for my Nigerians. We're probably gonna get tired of seeing just the dramatics and the comedy and the love story. Like, we want to explore other avenues. There's so many generic stories. In just look around you. There's so much happening around in your neighborhood. Stories, things that can translate to unbelievable stories that did this really happen? But we can't really tell those stories because of the ability to find the budget or the money to actually push it out there. I mean, it's expensive to put your trailer on a billboard. It's expensive to put your poster out there. But these are the avenues that will get the guy on the street to see it and say, oh, I want to go and watch this film in the cinema. It's just about budgeting. And I just to round this up, I wish that there was a structure that could actually help fund the legitimate producers on an equal platform.
Come to church with me. Love the things of God, but no. You've been jumping from one place to another, looking for the next get-rich-quick scheme.
Hi guys, my name is Keira Hewatch, and you are watching Pulse TV.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adelino Bamishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.